Welcome to What We Were Designed For, from Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, Part 1 of 2 on Words of Wisdom. Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor of the 2nd century, also known as the last of the 5 good emperors after Nerva, Trajan, Hadrian, and Antoninus Pius. During his 19 years of leadership, Aurelius gained a reputation as a philosopher king. Founding his beliefs on the teachings of Stoicism, the Roman emperor was also diligent in finding his own way of self-improvement. Stoicism is an ancient Hellenistic philosophy that teaches one to accept and surrender to what life brings without seeking pleasure or having fear of pain, and to treat others in a fair and respectful manner. Marcus Aurelius wrote personal notes and ideas on Stoic philosophy and spirituality as a source of guidance for himself. These notes, originally written in ancient Greek, formed a collection called Meditations. This book has been revered by many other philosophers over the centuries and is praised as a real testament to a government of duty and service. Today, we will read a selection from Marcus Aurelius' book, Meditations. We will learn about the philosopher's thoughts on the more valuable aspects of our existence perceived from his wise point of view. Meditations, Book 5. The world's intelligence is not selfish. It created lower things for the sake of higher ones, and attuned the higher ones to one another. Look how it subordinates, how it connects, how it assigns each thing what each deserves, and brings the better things into alignment. How have you behaved to the gods, to your parents, to your siblings, to your wife, to your children, to your teachers, to your nurses, to your friends, to your relatives? Have they all had from you nothing wrong and unworthy, either word or deed? Consider all that you've gone through, all that you've survived, and that the story of your life is done, your assignment complete. How many good things have you seen? How much pain and pleasure have you resisted? How many honors have you declined? How many unkind people have you been kind to? Why do other souls, unskilled, untrained, disturb the soul with skill and understanding? And which is that? The one that knows the beginning and the end, and knows the logos, the word of God that runs through all things, and that assigns to all a place, each in its allotted span, throughout the whole of time. Soon you'll be ashes or bones, a mere name at most, and even that is just a sound, an echo. The things we want in life are empty, stale, and trivial. Dogs snarling at each other, quarreling children, laughing and then bursting into tears a moment later. Trust, shame, justice, truth, gone from the earth, and only found in heaven. Why are you still here? Sensory objects are shifting and unstable. Our senses dim and easily deceived. The soul itself, a decoction of the blood, fame in a world like this is worthless. And so, wait for it patiently. Annihilation or metamorphosis. And until that time comes, what? Honor and revere the gods. Treat human beings as they deserve. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Remember, nothing belongs to you but your flesh and blood, and nothing else is under your control. You can lead an untroubled life provided you can grow, can think, and act systematically. 2 characteristics shared by gods and men and every rational creature: 1. Not to let others hold you back. 2. To locate goodness in thinking and doing the right thing, and to limit your desires to that. If this evil is not of my doing, nor the result of it, and the community is not endangered, why should it bother me? Where's the danger for the community? Not to be overwhelmed by what you imagine, but just do what you can and should. And if suffer in essentials, not to treat that as a defeat or bad habit. Up on the platform, have you forgotten what's what? I know, but it was important to them. And so you have to be an idiot as well? I was once a fortunate man, but at some point, fortune abandoned me. But true good fortune is what you make for yourself. Good fortune, good character, good intentions, and good actions. Meditations, Book 6. Nature is pliable, obedient, and the logos, or the word of God that governs it, has no reason to do evil. It knows no evil, does none, and causes harm to nothing. It dictates all beginnings and all endings. Just that you do the right thing. The rest doesn't matter. Cold or warm, tired or well rested, despised or honored, dying or busy with other assignments, because dying too is one of our assignments in life. There's well to do what needs doing. Look inward. Don't let the true nature or value of anything elude you. Before long, all existing things will be transformed to rise like smoke, assuming all things become one, or be dispersed in fragments. The Logos, or the Word of God, knows where it stands and what it has to do and what it has to work with. The best revenge is not to be like that. To move from one unselfish action to another with God in mind. Only there delight and stillness. The mind is that which is roused and directed by itself. It makes of itself what it chooses. It makes what it chooses of its own experience. Everything is brought about by nature, not by anything beyond it, or within it, or apart from it. 1. Mixture, interaction, dispersal, or 2. Unity, order, design. Suppose 1. Why would I want to live in disorder and confusion? Why would I care about anything except the eventual dust to dust? And why would I feel any anxiety? Dispersal is certain, whatever I do. Or suppose 2. Reverence, serenity, faith in the power responsible. When jarred unavoidably by circumstances, revert at once to yourself and don't lose the rhythm more than you can help. You'll have a better grasp of the harmony if you keep on going back to it. If you had a stepmother and a real mother, you would pay your respects to your stepmother, yes, but it's your real mother you'd go home to. The court and philosophy. Keep returning to it. To rest in its embrace, it's all that makes the court and you endurable. Like seeing roasted meat and other dishes in front of you and suddenly realizing this is a dead fish, a dead bird, a dead pig, or that this noble vintage is grape juice and the purple robes are sheep wool dyed with shellfish blood. Perceptions like that latching onto things and piercing through them so we see what they really are. That's what we need to do all the time, all through our lives, when things lay claim to our trust, to lay them bare and see how pointless they are, to strip away the legend that encrusts them. Pride is a master of deception. When you think you're occupied in the weightiest business, that's when he has you in his spell. Things ordinary people are impressed by fall into the categories of things that are held together by simple physics, like stones or wood, or by natural growth, figs, vines, olives. Those admired by more advanced minds are held together by a living soul, flocks of sheep, herds of cows. Still more sophisticated people admire what is guided by a rational mind, not the universal mind, but one admired for its technical knowledge or for some other skills. But those who revere that other mind, the one we all share as humans and as citizens, aren't interested in other things. Their focus is on the state of their own minds to avoid all selfishness and illogic and to work with others to achieve that goal. Selfless viewers, we thank you for your kind presence for today's words of wisdom.